Our organization was founded in 1940 by engineer and educator Arthur Morgan. The focus was on promoting small communities as the seedbed of culture and democracy. Throughout the years, we've been a leader in the fields of sustainable living, community land trust, localization, alternative economics, and other topics. In 2017, when this farm came up for auction, many community members joined with us in wanting to save the farm, which then became Agraria. Today, our farm is a place for learning, growing, teaching, and modeling. As the Agraria Center for Regenerative Practice, we also partner on and promote solutions to regenerate our bioregions, starting where we are.
All right, folks, let's go. Okay, loud.
At the Land School, we offer all kinds of programs. So for kids, we offer camps and after-school programs. We offer homeschool programs. So really a lot of different ways that kids can engage with the land and learn regenerative skills here at Agraria. Kids that come to Agraria learn how to be in nature. They're outdoors, they're interacting with their environment and with nature in a way that they don't usually get to in their daily lives.
What did you just put in the fire? Was that tinder, kindling, or fuel?
In today's day and age, children are increasingly in front of a screen at an earlier and earlier age, which we know has adverse effects on their brain chemistry, their self-confidence. When we get them outside, we leave the technology at home and the kids are able to focus better. Having kids outside and learning in this way, the kids build not only relationships with each other, but with nature. And we know that that leads to increased desire to protect their place. So protect these native environments, these native species that they have come to love because they have really come to know them on a deeper level. Thanks for the sun, thanks for the rain.
What we'll do now is I'd love to hear from all of you. One of your favorite memories from homeschool this fall. Would you like to start?
I liked it when I found the crayfish at the creek.
My favorite part is when I holded the snake.
When we were picking apples.
My favorite is when we are all playing and getting along.
Here you got mostly grain. Now, not all of them separated.
For adults, we offer adult workshops. We have a whole series of conferences we offer through the year.
Quill work is a very old art. A lot of quill work comes from hair embroidery. This is just a variation of that kind of hair embroidery that we see pretty commonly throughout the Northeast.
We are really lucky to be here at Agraria in Ohio. It is one of the richest agricultural spaces in the country, so we can do so much with this land. What Agraria really is aiming to do is to support the people who make it their livelihood. So we're here to support local farmers, small farmers, family farmers. For the folks who don't have direct access to food in many parts of our bioregion.
Regenerative agriculture to me really means that while we are producing something beneficial for ourselves and our earth, we're also feeding and rebuilding our soils at the same time. So that we're strictly taking from our soils, we're also giving back to the soils as we're also giving to ourselves. That's really the root of regenerative to me.
The Regenerative Farmer Fellowship, or RFF, is a 25-week program that explores and demonstrates the benefits of regenerative farming and also offers business planning assistance. The program was designed to encourage, support, and train aspiring and beginning farmers with a special emphasis on BIPOC farmers. The BIPOC Farming Network is a support group dedicated to encouraging BIPOC and other farmers to grow using regenerative practices.
After this year of really working through how we can support local people in their own communities to do their expression.
The BIPOC Farming Network also sponsors an annual Black Farming Conference and an annual Land Access Workshop.
The George Washington Carver Farm is a demonstration farm set up for BIPOC and all community farmers to demonstrate regenerative farm practices. They will be actually working here at the George Washington Carver Farm, setting up the crop system, designing the farm, planting, all aspects of farming, even the challenges.
At Agraria, we are demonstrating several different practices. We're trying to be an example of how we can produce vegetables, especially in the shoulder seasons, so late winter, early fall. We also have the perennial gardens down here that is more of a permaculture example. One of the next projects for next season is we want to demonstrate rotational grazing and how that benefits our soils here in the Miami Valley.
In my role as research director, I work on implementing our existing research project. I strategize and think about what our priorities for future research projects should be. So broadly speaking, the research program is intended to produce results and information and data that will help the organization reach its goals. And those goals include having a just and equitable food system that's adaptable under climate change or supply chain issues. A healthy and vibrant ecosystem is another goal, as well as enhancing and strengthening the connection between children and adults to the natural world. One research project we're doing right now is looking at a perennial sunflower called Silphium, and whether that could be an alternative to sunflowers and other oilseed crops in this region.
Our goal has been to take land that was conventionally farmed for decades and restore its ecological health, starting with Jacoby Creek. In partnership with the Nature Conservancy, we're in the middle of a $2 million 10-year project to remeander the creek, establish wetlands, and reforest the property by planting thousands of trees and shrubs.
Historically, farmers in this area channelize the creek, so we've come back through this amazing project where we can remeander the creek, restore that natural habitat, increase biodiversity, and allow that water to flow where it wants to flow. What we really want to focus on is biodiversity, habitat. So of course we want to marry that with humans and food cropping and what do we need to get out of this space. So we're looking at returning it to more of an agroforestry system so we can still harvest foods we need while benefiting the species we share the space with.
If we can increase our native habitat and our biodiversity here on Agraria, we'll be leaps and bounds ahead of the game as we move forward. As we do these good things to our soils, it's almost an exponential benefit to us and our earth.